The voice of Dan Dickerson. Tiger spring training. Yesterday's game was televised. Or streamed, I guess.
Yes.
You could watch. And I think we all had the same thought when that game started. Is this the opening day lineup?
Well, it sure felt like it. One, Skubal was on the mound.
Yeah.
And then this was the lineup. Leading off, Kerry Carpenter. In the 2 spot, Gleyber Torres. Green at 3. Torque at 4. Dylan Dingler was in there because he's still working back from that arthroscopic surgery he had on his elbow. He was the DH. Colt Keith.
Yeah, man, this sounds like the starting lineup.
Javi Baez in center.
Okay.
And in the 8 spot, Kevin McGonigle at shortstop, and followed up with, obviously, Jake Rogers behind the plate.
Now, on opening day, I imagine Dingler will be ready to catch, and they'll have somebody else DHing. But that feels like the opening day lineup.
It sure does. And, I mean, if you were sitting there wondering, well, is Kevin McGonigle ready? Well, in the plate appearances so far this year, he's got 6 hits in 15 appearances, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 10 total bases. He's walked twice, struck out 4 times, and 1 stolen base. Right now, he is hitting 400. Now, we all know this is spring training.
Of course.
The issue is, and everybody says, and I think Dan even mentioned this on the broadcast, is yesterday or the day before, or the game before, hey, this is spring training pitching. So how reliable are the numbers for Kevin McGonigle? Well, everyone else in that lineup, is also facing the same spring training pitching.
And they're all not hitting 400.
Correct. And ironically, as you pointed out this morning, that as A.J. Hinch was mic'd up and talking to the broadcasters, he flashed a little other.
Yeah, he turned 2 double plays early in the game, including one while Hinch is hanging out, and he said he's an impressive player, John.
He is.
Said a lot without saying a lot. And they've pointed out that there's a level of attention on McGonigle. He's under the microscope. But, John,
he's handling it.
He
knows there's a level of attention. He knows he's under the microscope, and he's still coming through.
He's passing every test. And by the way, what is the option at shortstop? Do you know who played the most games at shortstop last year for the Tigers? Take a guess. Wasn't Javi Baez. It wasn't All-Star Zach McKinstry.
Sweeney?
It was Trey Sweeney. He played, I think it was 82 games, give or take. So what is the plan at shortstop? It's if McGonigle grabs the reins, it's his job. Well, what I would say is happening right now is a young player is grabbing the reins.
Is he ready defensively?
Again, I think that's a question, but he turned a couple double plays yesterday.
Yeah.
And Hinch noted, hey, the baseball instincts are there.
So for me, it's becoming I do have defensive concerns, but you got to have growing pains as a rookie.
By the way, they were terrible defensively at shortstop, so it's not like they're opposed to doing that.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the only reason they wouldn't have him on the opening day roster right now is service time.
Right.
I think he's proven he earned it. I don't know what minor league at bats are going to do for him.
So Harris's thing, and it's been repeated a lot because I think it was intentional. He said it's not an or, it's an and statement. He has to be able to help the team, and it needs to be the right decision for his development. Not an either or, it has to be both. Can he help the team at short? I just got done telling you they don't have a shortstop. Yes. Is it good for his development? Well, that's I'll put a hand in the air and go, I'm not an expert there.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what the parameters are for that to be true.
You want to do a month in Toledo to feel better about it? Are we manipulating service time? If he's really this good, he'll be a Super 2, not to geek out, but like it won't matter.
Right.
And if he wins Rookie of the Year, you get a draft pick. So, yeah, man, you want him to get Major League reps? You want him to see Major League pitching? I know one way to do it. Put him on the Major League roster.
And I understand that when the regular season starts, pitching is going to be different.
Of course.
And certainly he could go in the tank. It could ruin his confidence. And maybe you just don't want to have that moment where you have to send him. Well, at some point, he's going to have to get that first at bat in Major League Baseball. If this is what he's doing in spring training, it's what he's done throughout single A, double A. You send him down. Do you expect that he'll do the same thing in triple A? Yes. Mm-hmm. And so at some point, you got to bring him up.
I think what everybody's excited about, too, is it's not just he's the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. It's the profile. he's a guy that makes contact.
Yeah.
He's a guy that draws walks. And when he makes contact, they're not little dinky singles. I mean, you get into the weighted runs created plus. He was the best player in minor league baseball last season. Like, he's going to do damage. You mentioned some of the extra base hits in the spring. So if I'm not going to strike out wildly, if I'm going to take walks, and I'm going to do damage, hard contact, make a lot of contact and hard contact, that's the profile. That's what we've been begging for. That's what this team is allegedly going to be built on, so he becomes the face of it. And the idea that we could get that sooner is exciting. The idea that he would force their hand, play so well to get himself on the major league roster, because I don't think this was a given. The fact that he could make this happen is exciting. It's not going to happen because they feel like they have to. They're going to do it because it's the right decision.
And if there's a prospect, or if there is a time where I think manipulating service time makes absolutely no sense, it's Kevin McGonigle. You mentioned the Super 2. Like, he could be that guy, and then the service time is irrelevant. But with the prospect of no baseball next year, or at least a much abbreviated baseball season,
good point.
I think the timing is perfect that he is just on the roster to start the season, and you've already made the investment in your pitching staff. You didn't go out and get yourself that added bat that we thought that we all talked about. We've talked about for a number of years now. And maybe I don't want to say you lucked into it, because this is a Scott Harris draft pick.
Right.
This is a pick that he has been able to develop and bring along. But maybe this is the reason that they didn't. Ultimately, they know what they have in Kevin McGonigle. It's going to be cheap, good production.
Yeah, I mean, they said that he would factor into their offseason plans in October. Now, it's a lot to put on a 21-year-old, which is why we discussed adding proven bats. But, John, if they spend on pitching, it positions them better for 7-game series, which is where they want to be. And if McGonigle is ready earlier, then, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say they got away with it. Well, but it would feel like it all came together as it needed to.
Let's add a little realism and hit the pause button on that. This is not going out and adding Bregman. No one should expect for Kevin McGonigle to be the savior, to be hitting 320 when he comes in as a rookie. Like, let's make sure that we adjust our expectations. Now, can he be a really good bat-to-ball type of player?
Right.
Could it be that over the next few years, he develops into something like that, but he could be a huge asset this year, better than a Trey Sweeney or even Javi Baez's bat at shortstop.
I like how you put that. I mean, they had him 8th yesterday in the lineup. The idea is he's not coming in to bat 1 or 2, which is where those big free agent bats would have been. That's not to say McGonigle long-term isn't this team's number 2 hitter.
Right.
Like, I think that is where he is eventually supposed to be, is hitting at the top in that 2-hole. But right now, yeah, the ask is be better than Trey Sweeney and be better than Javi Baez. And what are you laughing at? What did I say?
Nothing.
The 2-hole?
No, just keep on moving.
Okay, sorry.
You don't have to. Every time I smile, you guys don't have to react to it. I'm being the grown-up here. I can react without anybody having to say anything.
I know, but I look at you and I talk and I get feedback, and sorry, guys, not to derail us. McGonigle making a case to be on the major league roster. Did we just see the opening day lineup? 248-539-9797. John, here's the other thing. Who doesn't make the team if McGonigle's here? Like, what is the corresponding move? He's not on the 40-man. Like, who gets squeezed off of this team? I think that's something we can explore a little bit coming up next, because if he finishes the spring playing this way, he becomes an MLB player to break camp.
Yeah.
They'll gladly make a move, but I'm curious who it impacts most. Like, in yesterday's lineup, Parker Meadows wasn't in it.
Right.
Javi was in center. Matt Vierling wasn't in yesterday's lineup. Jemai Jones.
I think Vierling is on the roster.
No, I know. I'm saying start to trickle down, and okay, that's a bench spot I'm going to reserve. Mm-hmm. We haven't really heard much about Perez in the spring. I know Jemai Jones gives them the platoon bat they like. So dig a little deeper. We'll talk about it coming up next. But you guys, if you've been paying attention to McGonigle in the spring, if you had a chance to peek in and watch a little bit of yesterday's game, he's making a case to be on the major league roster. It's 97.1.